If you have no self-peace, then you cannot spread earth peace. I. The harvest is plenty, but the ones who reap the harvest of you, I'm teaching you Shivapath, Shaktipath, Pranapath, all these techniques. What are you going to do with these techniques? Are you going to lock them up in a bottle and make a pickle out of them and let them ferment for 1 year without sharing it with your friends and kith and kin and your fellow human beings spread all over the world? So there are too few teachers. I have sincerely, not for the sake of competition, but for the sake of what humanity sincerely requires for its progress, I have compared my techniques with techniques of people who are giving it all over the world. All techniques are good, all are beautiful. But these techniques which I am giving you are very, very effective in transforming the human being into his divine essence. And that's what we want. We want to bargain for no less. We don't want the toys of God. We want God Himself. And Kriya Yoga is a way whereby you can have God Himself. The strongest point of people in America is their sincerity. The strongest point of you people sitting here is your sincerity. Your weakest point is lack of perseverance. You say, oh my God, 10 lives? 10 lives? It's too much. 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 minutes is too much. 10 seconds, I might get impatient. Oh God, don't try my patience. So we are trying to make it McDonald's. We're trying to make it McDonald's. We haven't succeeded. Like yesterday, there was a beautiful question and a beautiful suggestion put out by, what is your name, this gentleman? What is your name? The one with the beard like me.
Oh,
There's only two of us. Yes?
Alan.
So Alan said, why can there not be a technique? It's such a beautiful thought, where immediately by the process all your chakras are lit up, all in a state of divine consciousness, one more expansive than the other. And you get to that state of God realization. Feel it. Taste of the immortal nectar of God. And after having tasted of the immortal nectar, you come back again. And you are yourself, you carry on with your life or whatever. Now this is fast. To get to God like that. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But why aren't we, after 10,000, 15,000 years of research, or after the research of 100,000 years? Because since man left, the greatest discovery man made, that the evolutionary process made, is when we were walking on all fours. The greatest, most stupendous evolution which was made, that when he left his two palms of his hands off the floor and stood on 2 feet. That was the greatest hurrah of humanity. The greatest hurrah, the greatest relativity, the greatest conquest of the moon. Because after man left his hands, when he plucked his hands away from the earth and stood up, the first ape man, that was his greatest discovery. Because then started the building of the fire, which was another great discovery. By rubbing, they had the fire. And then started the process of evolution. The human being, knowingly, unknowingly, from his first primal roar in the jungles, like Conan the Barbarian. Or you've seen Tarzan roaring? In America they have a Tarzan. He's supposed to represent the primeval man. And he gives a roar. And then out comes Jane, swinging from the other side of the trees or something. It's a story like that, it goes like that. So from that time, the very first roar is your search for God. Knowing unknowingly, he's searching, oh God, where are you? Oh, my parent source. Where's my ultimate happiness? Man has always had, and women have always had, this innate urge for their parent source, about which we know nothing, we cannot see it, but we are it. So to get to that parent source which lies at the core of your own being, your own God essence, That is the highest purpose of your sojourn, your journey on this earth. I. So who agrees with this? Raise your hands. And upon this platform will be based our teachers training program. It's so basic. It's your fundamental urge for your larger parent self. It's your parent source. And within every atom of your being is hidden your parent source. Within the core of every atom of your being is hidden your parent source. Within the light of every electron in your body, the smallest particle, is the lightless light, which lights that light, which lights the light of all your souls. I. Can you dig it? I can dig it, but I'll tell you what I cannot dig, although I've made up this saying, because it's crazy, because I want to give God the greatest honor. I want to give the precursor to God, the shadow of God. God you cannot give honor to nor dishonor to. He is beyond everything and anything you can conceive. But what I can't dig is the lightless light. Because when you travel at the speed of light, your mass is infinite. Your mass is infinite. You're everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So the lightless light must be some phenomena, because it is past the phenomena of duality. It must be the nomina of something traveling faster than light. Faster than light. Back to the future, into the nowhere, now here. Into the nowhere, now here. This is a different physics. It's yogic physics. The nowhere, now here. This we cannot dig, but just keep it in your hearts and try to dig it your whole life. The moment you dig it, you'll be realized. The nowhere, now here. Be the nowhere, now here. Are you doing what I told you to take it down? Are you taking down these statements? Is this on? Okay. It shouldn't be on for the empowerment, but it is on.
No, not for the Q&A.
Oh, you know my habit, I speak before the empowerment. Okay. I'll have some tea. I've given you enough thought. In the meantime, I can drink a cup of tea. The nowhere, now here, what's it?